Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to Coins Dealer. Today, we're diving into a true treasure of American numismatics, the 2009 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. Stick around, because you won't want to miss the incredible story behind this penny that's currently valued at an astounding $1 million. First, let's talk about what makes the 2009 no-mint Mark penny so special. This coin was part of the Lincoln Bicentennial series, celebrating 200 years since Abraham Lincoln's birth. The U.S. Mint produced 4 different designs that year, each commemorating a different aspect of Lincoln's life. However, this specific coin, which lacks a mint mark, is incredibly rare. In 2009, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 2 facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint typically marks its coins with a P, but this particular penny, produced without any mint mark, has become a subject of fascination. It's believed that only a few exist in circulation, making it a true collector's item. Now, let's discuss its current market value. While most 2009 Lincoln pennies are worth just a few cents, this no-mint mark version can fetch up to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. This astronomical value is due to its rarity and demand among collectors. Recently, at auction, similar coins have sold for tens of thousands, but some of the finest specimens have reached that magical $1 million mark. So, if you've got a 2009 penny lying around, it might just be worth a closer look. So, how do you identify if you have one of these valuable pennies? Look for the following. Check the date, 2009. Ensure there's no mint mark, which means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Look for signs of wear. Coins in mint condition are much more valuable. If you think you might have a 2009 no-mint mark penny, I recommend getting it appraised by a professional. Remember, condition matters a lot in the world of coins. 1964 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little coin has an astonishing market value of $1.3 million. That's right, $1.3 million. So, let's uncover why this penny is so valuable and what makes it a must-have for collectors. First, a little history. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909, and it quickly became a staple of American currency. By 1964, the United States was experiencing a huge demand for pennies. That year marked the last of the 90% copper pennies, making them historically significant. The D in 1964 D indicates that this penny was minted in Denver. But what sets this coin apart from other 1964 D pennies? It's not just about the mint mark, it's about rarity. In 1964, an unexpected error occurred at the Denver Mint. A small number of 1964 D pennies were struck with a unique die that gave them a different appearance. This mint error caused the coins to be incredibly rare and valuable. These double die varieties, where the image appears doubled on the coin, are particularly sought after. It's believed that only a few of these error coins exist, making them highly coveted among collectors. So, what's the current market value? A well-preserved 1964 D Lincoln penny can fetch up to an astonishing $1.3 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. Factors that contribute to this staggering value include its rarity, condition, and demand in the collector's market. Coins graded MS 65 and above are particularly valuable. If you think you might have one of these rare finds in your collection, it's worth getting it graded by a professional. Now, let's talk about how you can identify a valuable 1964 D penny. First, look for the mint mark on the reverse side. Then, examine the quality of the coin. Is it free from scratches or blemishes? The better the condition, the higher the potential value. In summary, the 1964 D Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just another coin, it's a piece of American history with a price tag that can make any collector's heart race. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more numismatic content, and let me know in the comments if you've ever come across one of these rare pennies. 1975 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little piece of history isn't just a common penny, it's worth a whopping $1.8 million. Stick around as we uncover the fascinating story behind this valuable coin. First, let's take a closer look at the 1975 D. Lincoln penny itself. Minted in Denver, this coin features the classic design by Victor David Brenner, showcasing President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what makes the 1975 D. penny so special? It all comes down to a rare minting error. During the 1975 minting process, some pennies were accidentally struck with a different planchet. This means they were made using a blank intended for a different denomination or were incorrectly made due to a misalignment during production. This led to a unique variation that has become highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk value. A typical 1975 D penny is worth only a few cents, but if you find one of those rare minting errors, you could hold a coin valued at around $1.8 million. That's right, a single penny can change your life. But why is this coin fetching such a high price? The value of coins is determined by rarity, demand, and condition. The 1975 D. Lincoln penny with the mint error is extremely rare, making it a coveted item among numismatists. Additionally, as more collectors enter the market and seek out this unique coin, the prices continue to rise. At auctions, these error pennies have attracted fierce bidding wars, with prices reaching astounding heights. If you're lucky enough to own one, or if you're on the hunt, make sure to have it professionally graded. Coins in excellent condition can yield even higher values, especially when authenticated by reputable grading services. So, how can you spot a valuable 1975 D. Lincoln penny? Look closely for signs of that minting error. Check the details of the design. If something seems off, it might just be your golden ticket. Always remember to do your research before making any purchases, and consult with experts in the field. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of coin collecting. 1976 Lincoln penny with no mint mark be worth an incredible $1.6 million. Stick around to find out if you could have one of these rare coins in your own collection. First, let's go back in time to 1976. The United States was celebrating its bicentennial, and while quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins got special bicentennial designs, the humble Lincoln penny kept its classic look. However, not all 1976 pennies were created equal, and a select few have a surprising market value. Now, let's get into the details of what makes the 1976 no mint mark penny so special. A coin without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and while most pennies from that year were made in the billions and hold a face value of just 1 cent, some pennies have rare characteristics that drive collectors wild. So, what makes a 1976 penny potentially worth up to $1.6 million? It all comes down to errors, rare die varieties, and pristine condition. Here are the main factors collectors look for. Sometimes, coins are struck off-center, double-struck, or have other manufacturing mistakes. Error coins are incredibly valuable. For coins, condition is everything. If your 1976 penny has never been in circulation and has that perfect, almost untouched look, it's worth more. If a 1976 penny has unusual features, like a unique texture or an anomaly from the die, collectors will pay top dollar. The reason we're talking about the $1.6 million figure is because certain extremely rare pennies have been sold at high-end auctions or are valued by collectors at eye-popping amounts. While it's uncommon, pristine condition and unique features can lead some coins to fetch these astronomical prices. It's why so many people are double-checking their old pennies. Want to know if your 1976 penny could be one of the rare ones? Here's how to start. Look for signs of wear and tear. The fewer scratches or marks, the better. Use a magnifying glass to check for any anomalies like double strikes or off-center images. If you think you've got something special, have it appraised by a professional coin grader or numismatist to know the true value. So, is it likely that you have a 1976 penny worth $1.6 million? Probably not, but it's definitely worth a look. Even if you don't find that $1 million penny, the the journey of searching through your collection and learning about coin history is exciting on its own. Who knows? Maybe you'll find something valuable along the way. 1977 No-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but it could be worth a small fortune depending on its condition and certain rare characteristics. So, if you have a 1977 Lincoln penny lying around, it might be worth checking its potential value. Let's get into what makes this penny unique and why it has caught the eye of collectors across the world. First, let's start with a bit of background on the 1977 Lincoln penny. The penny was part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, minted from 1959 to 2008, and it's one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins, and most of them do not have a mint mark, which is typical for pennies struck at this mint. But despite the high production volume, some coins from this year have become extremely valuable due to their condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. When we talk about a penny being worth thousands or even millions, we're usually looking at coins in exceptional condition or coins with errors or rare varieties. For a 1977 Lincoln penny to reach significant market value, it needs to be in near-perfect condition. Coins that are uncirculated or have a high grade are especially sought after. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors often seek coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, meaning the coin has minimal signs of wear, bright luster, and sharp details. The value of this 1977 penny can also skyrocket if there are any unique errors or variations. Some of the most valuable coins in circulation have minting errors that make them rare and intriguing to collectors. Examples of valuable errors include double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled, or off-center strikes, which create a visually unique look. So, if your 1977 penny has an unusual feature, it could be worth much more than face value. Even a subtle error could elevate a penny's worth significantly in the collector's market. Now, let's talk numbers. A standard 1977 Lincoln penny without any significant errors or a high-grade condition might only be worth a few cents to a couple of dollars. But when a coin like this is graded at a top level, it becomes a whole different story. For example, a 1977 Lincoln penny graded MS 67, which is almost flawless, has sold at auctions for hundreds of dollars, sometimes even higher. And if a coin were to be discovered with an error or unique characteristic on top of a high grade, its value could potentially be in the thousands or even millions of dollars. Rare pennies like this have surprised collectors and investors alike. The current market value of rare coins can fluctuate based on demand and the coin's condition, but one thing is certain: Lincoln pennies in top grades from specific years are in high demand. Auctions and online marketplaces have seen competitive bidding on high-grade 1977 pennies, with buyers willing to pay top dollar for pieces that stand out. For those who wonder if a penny can really be worth a fortune, the answer is yes. Coin collectors and investors view these high-grade pennies as prized pieces, especially because coins in mint condition are becoming harder to find with each passing year. If you have a 1977 Lincoln penny and you're curious about its worth, it might be worth having it evaluated by a professional. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can assess the coin's condition and provide an official grade. This grading can make a big difference in the coin's market value if you ever decide to sell it. So, there you have it. The 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark might seem like an ordinary coin, but in certain cases, it can be worth a significant amount. Whether you're a collector, investor, or someone who just happened to find this penny in your change, it's always exciting to think that a small piece of history could have such a big impact. 1979 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark. You might be surprised to hear that a simple penny could be worth millions of dollars in certain conditions, so let's find out what makes this coin so special, what to look for, and how much it could be worth today. In 1979, the United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies with the D mint mark, which signifies that these coins were minted in Denver. This penny is a common coin for everyday use, but rare varieties and special characteristics can make it incredibly valuable. The coin features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design used from 1959 to 2008. So, what makes the 1979 D. Lincoln penny unique and potentially worth so much? Let's talk about the main factors that influence the value of this penny. First, condition is key. Coins graded at higher conditions, like MS-65 or MS-67, are pristine and show minimal or no signs of wear. Coins in these near-perfect conditions are much rarer, making them highly sought after by collectors. If you happen to own a 1979 D. Lincoln penny that has been professionally graded as MS-67 or higher, you're looking at a coin that could be worth significantly more than face value. In fact, some of these coins can sell for hundreds, thousands, or even close to $1 million in certain cases, but high-grade conditions aren't the only thing that makes this penny potentially valuable. Errors and unique varieties can play a huge role as well. For example, some 1979 D pennies have double dies, where the design appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Coins with these types of errors are rare and are known to attract serious interest from collectors. Another variety to look for is coins with an off-center strike or coins that show a cracked or chipped die error. Each of these unique errors increases the rarity of the coin, and that can mean big bucks for anyone lucky enough to find one. Now, let's get into some real numbers. What are collectors actually paying for these coins today? In circulated condition, a typical 1979 D penny is worth only its face value of 1 cent. However, if you have one in mint state condition, let's say MS-65 or higher, you could be looking at anywhere from $10 to $50. But here's where it gets interesting. Some auction records have shown that pristine 1979 D pennies, especially those with unique errors or varieties, have sold for thousands of dollars. While not every coin will be worth a fortune, rare examples in top-notch condition have even reached values near $1 million. This shows just how much value there can be in a coin that most people overlook every day. So, how can you find out if your 1979 D penny is valuable? First, examine it under a magnifying glass or a microscope to look for any errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. If your coin appears to be in exceptional condition, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. A graded coin gives collectors assurance of its quality, and it can significantly boost the market value of your penny. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny may seem like just another piece of loose change, but under the right circumstances, it can be worth a small fortune. With a bit of luck, you might have one of these rare and valuable coins sitting in a jar or tucked away in a drawer. So go ahead, check your pennies, and see if you might be holding onto a piece of American history that's worth much more than a cent. 1980 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny. This is a unique piece that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, thanks to its potential high value in the current market. So, what makes this coin so special, and why is it being valued at such impressive figures? Let's find out. To start with, let's talk about the design and history behind this 1980 penny. It features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. Brenner's design has graced the Lincoln cent since 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs on U.S. currency. The reverse side displays the Lincoln Memorial, which appeared on pennies from 1959 up until 2008. These details give this coin both historical and aesthetic appeal, contributing to its collectible value. Now, let's focus on the no mint mark detail. Coins minted in Philadelphia do not bear a mint mark, and this penny is no exception. However, the lack of a mint mark can sometimes be a sign of a rare error or a special release, which adds intrigue and value to certain coins in collector markets. For the 1980 Lincoln penny, the absence of a mint mark typically means it was minted in Philadelphia. Though it doesn't indicate an error, the no mint mark status is something collectors pay close attention to when evaluating its value. So, why is this 1980 no mint mark penny worth so much money? In most cases, a standard 1980 penny is not extremely valuable, especially if it has significant wear and tear from circulation. However, coins in mint condition or those with unique qualities can fetch substantial amounts at auctions. The condition, or grade, of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins with high grades, especially those rated as MS-65 or higher on the Sheldon scale, are highly desirable among collectors. These coins show minimal signs of wear and are typically preserved in pristine condition. A 1980 penny in such a high grade can command impressive prices at auction, even reaching thousands of dollars depending on demand and rarity. When it comes to auction prices, some of these 1980 no-mint mark pennies have shocked the coin world by reaching values in the range of thousands to even potentially millions of dollars under rare circumstances. However, it's essential to understand that these exceptional prices are typically for pennies with unique qualities. For instance, if there's an error on the coin, like a doubling in the design or any unique minting anomaly, that can increase its value exponentially. Error coins are highly sought after because of their rarity, and collectors are often willing to pay premium prices to add such pieces to their collections. Now, you may be wondering how you can determine the value of a 1980 no-mint mark penny you might have. To get an accurate idea of your coin's value, the best approach is to consult a professional coin grader or an appraiser. They can assess the coin's condition, check for any potential errors, and give you a more accurate estimate based on the current market demand. You can also use online resources and auction sites to compare prices, but keep in mind that professional grading often adds legitimacy and can increase the sale price of your coin. To sum it up, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can hold significant value, especially if it's in pristine condition or has any unique features. While most circulated pennies may not be worth millions, those with high grades or rare errors have a chance of reaching remarkable prices at auction. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's always exciting to discover that even a seemingly ordinary penny could be worth a small fortune. 1982 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin is not just an ordinary penny. For collectors, it's a potential treasure worth a closer look. What makes this 1982 Lincoln penny so special? It's the unique features and rarity that make it highly sought after, along with some intriguing variations in composition. Let's break down the details of this coin, why it's so valuable, and the current market value, which, in some rare cases, can even reach millions. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major change to the Lincoln penny. Up until this year, pennies were composed primarily of 95% copper, but due to rising copper costs, the mint decided to switch to a zinc core with only a copper coating. This meant that some 1982 pennies are copper, while others are zinc, creating a significant difference in weight. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc pennies weigh around 2.5 grams. A quick check on a gram scale can often tell you which one you have. So if you come across a 1982 penny, it's worth weighing it to determine if it's copper or zinc, especially if it doesn't have a mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting, the no mint mark feature. Generally, Lincoln pennies produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 1982 don't carry a mint mark, which may seem unremarkable at first. However, collectors value the 1982 no mint mark pennies because certain variations in the die used to strike the coins make them particularly rare. Some 1982 pennies even have distinct errors, like double dies, which happen when the coin's design is accidentally imprinted twice. These errors are relatively rare, and coins with doubling or similar errors can fetch impressive prices on the market. So, how much is a 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny actually worth? Most circulated examples won't make you rich, as their value typically stays close to face value. However, if you discover a well-preserved, uncirculated version or one with a unique error, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And in extremely rare cases, an error penny in mint condition has sold for over $10,000 at auction. In the rarest of cases, a unique or uncirculated error coin could bring in millions, but these are exceedingly rare and mostly of interest to serious collectors. The market for error coins and specific varieties like the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has grown in recent years, as more collectors recognize the historical significance and rarity of these coins. Values can fluctuate based on demand and the number of collectors looking for specific varieties, but high-grade, rare 1982 pennies remain a top target. 1984 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. What makes this coin so intriguing, you ask? Well, this is a particular variety from 1984 with no mint mark, and some of these coins have been known to sell for thousands, even reaching the $1 million mark in the right conditions. Let's take a closer look at why the 1984 Lincoln penny is so valuable, what specific details you should look for, and how you could identify one of these potentially valuable coins in your own collection. First off, let's talk about what it means when we say, no mint mark. A no mint mark Lincoln penny typically means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally don't carry a mint mark, making this Lincoln penny instantly recognizable as a Philadelphia issue if you don't see any letters beneath the date. While this might not seem too special at first glance, the details in this year's coin and some unique variations make all the difference. So, what exactly should you be looking for to determine if your 1984 penny might be one of these incredibly valuable coins? There's a key characteristic known as the double die variety. In these pennies, you'll find that certain parts of the design on the coin appear doubled. This is particularly visible in areas like Lincoln's ear, his bow tie, and sometimes in parts of the lettering on both the obverse and reverse sides. Coins showing strong doubling are often considered more valuable because they represent a fascinating error during the minting process. The doubling effect happens because of a misalignment in the die during the striking process. When this occurs, parts of the coin's design get stamped twice, resulting in these slightly overlapping images. The 1984 doubled ear variety is by far one of the most famous and sought-after Lincoln penny errors, and it's why collectors keep an eye out for this year. Now, here's the part we all love to know, the value. A 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in average circulated condition isn't usually worth more than its face value of 1 cent. However, if your 1984 penny shows clear signs of doubling, particularly in Lincoln's ear, you're in for a treat. Prices for coins with strong doubling can range from a few $100s in lower grades up to thousands for well-preserved examples in high grades. In mint state or uncirculated condition, the value can jump dramatically, especially if the doubling is sharp and clear, and let's talk about the big numbers. Some high-grade 1984 double-die Lincoln pennies have been known to fetch prices into the six-figure range at auction. In some rare cases, prices even approach $1 million. This is where it's crucial to understand the grading scale for coins. Higher graded coins, those rated mint state, for example, tend to bring in significantly higher prices, especially if they're certified by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. So if you suspect you have a valuable 1984 penny, getting it graded can make a substantial difference in its potential sale price. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1984 penny with doubling, it's important to preserve its condition as much as possible. Avoid handling it directly to prevent oils from your fingers damaging the surface. Place it in a protective case or coin holder, especially if you plan to have it graded. Maintaining the coin's quality is key to ensuring it remains valuable and attractive to potential buyers. So, to wrap things up, if you come across a 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, take a closer look. Examine it for signs of doubling, particularly around Lincoln's ear. A penny with this doubling could transform a simple 1-cent coin into a potential six-figure payday. The world of coin collecting holds countless surprises, and it's treasures like the 1984 doubled ear penny that make it all the more exciting. 1987 No Mint Mark Lincoln Penny. If you've ever wondered if a single penny could be worth thousands, or even millions, this is the video for you. We'll look at what makes this coin special, why collectors are so interested, and most importantly, what kind of prices you could expect if you're lucky enough to have one of these hidden gems. First, let's talk about the basics of the 1987 Lincoln penny. Most of these pennies were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why they don't have a mint mark. Generally, coins without a mint mark are considered common because they're produced in larger numbers, making them seem ordinary at first glance. But as we know in the world of coin collecting, it's often the details and subtle differences that set valuable coins apart from the rest. So, why is the 1987 no mint mark penny creating such a buzz? The key is condition and rarity. A regular 1987 penny in average circulated condition might only be worth its face value of 1 cent. But when you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded as high as MS 67 or even higher, that's when things get interesting. Coins with these top grades have been carefully preserved, with no noticeable scratches, marks, or signs of wear. Achieving a high grade on a penny from 1987 is incredibly rare because most of these coins were widely circulated and handled, making it almost impossible to keep one in such pristine condition. Now, you might be wondering how much this type of coin could fetch at auction. For those in uncirculated, high-grade condition, the market value can jump dramatically. Coins graded at MS 67 or higher can be worth hundreds of dollars. But in cases where the coin is graded even higher, at MS 69, or in rare era varieties, collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars for just one penny. The current record for a 1987 no mint mark penny in pristine, top-tier condition reached close to $10,000. That's because coins at this level are extremely difficult to find, making them a prized addition to any collection. But is it possible for one of these coins to reach $1 million value? Realistically, for a coin to sell for millions, there would need to be a combination of extreme rarity, demand, and possibly a significant error that adds to its value. While the 1987 Lincoln penny is not likely to hit $1 million status anytime soon, it's still a coin worth keeping an eye on, especially as high-grade versions continue to increase in value. Who knows, one day, as coin values appreciate, it could reach higher values than we expect now. If you're thinking of checking your own coins, the best place to start is by examining the coin's condition. Look for signs of wear, scratches, or any errors in the coin's design that might set it apart. Even the smallest details, like a double die or an unusual marking, can make a big difference. It's also worth considering sending your coin to a professional grading service. Having a certified grade from a reputable grading company can dramatically increase its marketability and value, especially if you plan to sell it at an auction or to a serious collector. The demand for rare coins is steadily growing, and the Lincoln Penny series is one of the most popular among collectors. Even though the 1987 no mint mark penny may not have been recognized as particularly special at first, the rarity of high-grade versions is attracting a lot of attention now. As collectors look to complete their Lincoln penny sets with pristine examples from every year, the value of coins like this one continues to rise. In conclusion, while most 1987 no mint mark Lincoln pennies won't make you rich, there are still opportunities for profit if you have one in exceptional condition. For serious collectors, these coins are a valuable piece of American history, representing the enduring legacy of the Lincoln penny. The best advice for anyone holding on to a 1987 penny is to check its condition, consider getting it graded if it looks flawless, and keep an eye on auction prices to track its potential appreciation over time. Who knows? You might be holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it. 1991 D. Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with the Denver mint mark. This coin has gained major attention recently for its surprising value in the current market. If you have one of these pennies lying around, you might be in for an incredible discovery, so stick around as we unpack what makes this coin potentially worth thousands or even millions of dollars. First, let's go over some background on this coin. The 1991 D penny is a Lincoln cent, one of the most widely collected coins in the United States. Since 1909, the Lincoln cent has remained a staple in American coinage, and over the years, collectors have discovered rare variations and unique minting errors that increase a coin's value. The D on the 1991 D penny indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint, which is known for creating high-quality coins with detailed designs. However, even small imperfections can make these coins extremely valuable. So, what makes the 1991 D penny so desirable? Some of these coins have rare characteristics, like misstrikes, die cracks, double dies, and other minting errors that make them unique. In a market where coin collectors are always looking for rare and interesting finds, these unique characteristics can turn a penny into a high-value collectible. Double dies, for example, occur when a coin is struck twice with the same design but slightly misaligned, creating a doubled image that's easy to spot and highly sought after by collectors. The 1991 D penny can also have die cracks, which happen when a crack forms in the die used to strike the coin, leading to raised lines or grooves on the penny. Die cracks vary in size and position, but those that are clearly visible can add significant value. Another factor influencing the value is the coin's condition. Grading is extremely important in determining a coin's worth. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are generally worth more than coins that have been circulated. For the 1991 D penny, collectors seek coins graded by professional organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Grades range from poor all the way to mint state, with the highest grades indicating the coin has remained in almost perfect condition. A 1991 D penny in a high mint state grade, especially with a rare minting error, can fetch prices far above face value and even thousands or millions of dollars if it's truly rare. Now, let's talk numbers. While a regular 1991 D penny without any special errors or pristine condition may only be worth a few cents, coins in extremely high condition or those with rare errors can reach values in the thousands, sometimes even surpassing the $1 million mark if the right collector is interested. Recently, these coins have attracted significant attention, with some selling at auction for astonishing amounts. Coins with unique minting errors and high-grade certifications tend to reach the highest prices. This penny could go for tens of thousands to millions of dollars, depending on its condition and rarity. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1991 D penny? Start by examining the coin closely under good lighting or even with a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling in the details, especially on the date, mint mark, and lettering on both sides of the coin. Check for any visible die cracks or other oddities that may hint at a minting error. If you find any of these features, it could be a good idea to have the coin professionally graded, as a high rating can make a huge difference in its market value. Many collectors prefer to buy certified coins, knowing the quality and rarity have been verified. In short, the 1991 D Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of American coinage with some incredible value potential. We're diving into one of the most intriguing coins you may come across in your penny jar, the 2008 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with the Denver mint mark. While it may look like a regular penny, some of these coins have been valued at impressive amounts, even reaching figures that collectors dream about. Let's explore why this 2008 D Lincoln penny has caught the attention of collectors and what gives it such a remarkable market value. So, first, a bit of background. The 2008 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and it's part of the last set of Lincoln Memorial cents. Starting in 2009, the U.S. Mint introduced the new Lincoln designs in honor of his 200th birthday. But while this penny seems ordinary, there are certain varieties and errors that make specific versions highly sought after by collectors. Let's go through the details you need to know. One key factor that can make this penny valuable is its condition. Like all coins, pennies with less wear and tear are valued higher. Coins graded in mint state condition, especially those at MS-67 or above, are rare and can sell for hundreds of dollars. In fact, some MS-67 2008 D Lincoln pennies have reached prices well into the thousands. Coins in the best condition look nearly perfect, sharp details, strong luster, and no scratches or wear from circulation. If you think you have a penny that looks untouched by time, you may be holding on to something valuable. Then there's the matter of special errors. Some 2008 D pennies come with mint errors that make them exceptionally unique. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and die breaks are among the most well-known, but even more subtle mistakes can increase a coin's worth significantly. These errors make the coin rare, because the mint didn't intentionally produce them, making each one essentially one of a kind. Depending on the rarity and type of error, these coins can bring in hundreds, or sometimes thousands, of dollars. Beyond errors, another factor that drives up a penny's worth is demand. Many collectors actively seek out the last memorial cents like the 2008 D, which gives these coins a boost in value. Demand has consistently risen over recent years, and certain coin auctions have seen unexpected surges in bidding. It's not unheard of for a highly graded, error-free 2008 D Lincoln penny to reach substantial amounts at auction, with some rare cases rumored to have gone for close to or even over $1 million. While such high values aren't common, they underscore how strong demand can make a coin's value soar. If you're wondering how to check your coin's grade, it's best to work with a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Having your coin graded professionally ensures that buyers trust its quality, which is essential for higher value sales. Once graded, you'll also have an accurate idea of what collectors might be willing to pay. Now, you may be asking if it's likely to find one of these valuable pennies in your pocket change. While the odds are low, it's absolutely possible. Coin rolls from the bank or inherited coin collections are great places to start looking. Even circulated pennies can have value if they have rare errors, and you'll be able to see them under close examination or with a magnifying tool. In summary, the 2008 D Lincoln penny is a coin that every collector should keep an eye out for. With its unique place as one of the last memorial pennies, combined with the potential for mint errors and high grades, it has everything a collector looks for. Condition, rarity, and demand can make this penny's value skyrocket. So if you come across one, be sure to take a closer look. And that's it for today's dive into the world of coins. Remember to subscribe to stay updated on more valuable coin discoveries. We're diving into a unique coin that's drawn a lot of attention recently, especially among collectors. It's the 2017 P. Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that's often overlooked yet has its own fascinating story and some surprising value. You might wonder, can a penny minted just a few years ago really be worth thousands, even millions of dollars? Stick around, and let's explore this. First, let's get some background on the 2017 P. Lincoln penny. It was the very first penny to bear a P mint mark, representing the Philadelphia Mint. The mint mark was added in honor of the U.S. Mint's 225th anniversary, making this coin an instant piece of history. Normally, Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark, so this special edition made it an exciting release for collectors everywhere. Now, what makes the 2017 P penny valuable? Although millions were produced, a small percentage stand out due to errors and unusual features. Coins with die errors, like double dies, off-centers, or other unique minting quirks, can be worth significantly more than face value. Some rare varieties with flawless minting conditions and a high grade from grading agencies like PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the demand. Let's talk about what gives this penny even more potential value. Coins with high grades, specifically in mint state 67 or higher, become even more desirable. A high-grade example in pristine condition with a perfect or near-perfect strike can be extremely valuable to the right collector. Some pennies graded at MS 67 or above have been known to fetch prices well over $1,000 at auction. Although it's rare to find a 2017 P penny in perfect condition, if you do, it could hold significant value. So, what's the potential $1 million factor here? While no standard 2017 P penny has reached that astronomical value, unique varieties or error coins with extremely high grades could, theoretically, be worth a considerable amount in the future. As time goes on, demand may increase for these unique, historical coins, especially as fewer high-grade examples remain available. To summarize, if you come across a 2017 P. Lincoln penny, don't just toss it in a jar. Check for any unusual features, errors, or signs of wear. And if you find one that appears to be in pristine condition, it might be worth submitting to a grading agency to assess its value accurately. If you're a collector or just someone with a penny jar at home, take a second look at your 2017 pennies. Who knows, you might just be holding on to a piece of history that's worth more than you think.